Hello everybody and welcome to Higurashi When They Cry GOU episode 6 anime review. This episode was maybe one of the more similar ones to the original series, other than maybe episode 1. Yeah, not a lot of changes in this one. I was wrong. They are two separate people still, Mion and Shion. My shot in the dark, well, it wasn't a shot in the dark, it was a shot in a dimly lit light, but I still missed, so what does that matter? But no, other than that, it introduced my favourite part of Shion, which is sort of teasing bully Shion. she's kind of being a bit harsh on poor Mion. Is it bullying? Nah, it's character building. It's fine. It's fine. To be fair, I like Shion, so of course I'd say that. I think she's pretty top. Can't see how this arc's gonna differ. Like, considering what Keiichi did, you know, with the doll and everything, you'd think it would change a little bit. The only thing I can think of is maybe Mion's gonna kill Shion. Or Shion will kill Mion because she's jealous. One of them I think is gonna kill the other one because they like Keiichi. Because Shion was still giving them eyes. She was giving them eyes, but it could have been related to the other thing, which I won't talk about. The other guy. You know the one. If you watched the original. If you haven't watched the original, you don't, and that's why it's vague. Anyway, let's get on with the episode, see what happened, and do this thing. We pick up where we left off, which in case you forgot was with Shion and everybody saving Keiichi from those thugs. Didn't need to absolutely murder the thugs though, because Uishi shows up just in the nick of time and they're like, "Officer, arrest them, they were robbing my friend." And then they arrest them, and it's like, good job. However, for some reason, which I don't think is explained in this week's episode, Shion doesn't like Uishi very much. And I find that weird because later on, I'm going to do this a bit out of order. A bit later on when Uishi showed up, Mion was the one glaring at him. So is this Mion? No, this is Shion. But, I mean, obviously, you can kind of put together what it is. He's an outsider, sort of, and the Hinamizawans, as we later learn, they're all for each other. They don't like outsiders too. Well, I mean, it's not they don't like outsiders. They protect each other from the bad people, basically. After that, they go have some food. Does Keiichi and Shion. Keiichi tells Shion that if she's ever in a pinch, that he'll be there to help because she saved him now, like an IOU, basically, for saving me from them thug gangster peoples. Yeah, so now he's going to save Shion at some point, or. How did the original go? I remember how the original was. My brain farted that. I was like, did he do that in the original? And I was like, oh yeah, I remember. I remember what happens now. All the Hinamizawans help each other, as I said. Then they bring up the dam again and what happened with the dam project. The riot police attacked the protesters. I didn't remember that from the original, to be honest. Maybe that was like a little added detail. So yeah, that'll turn the public against you. They're just protesting peacefully and then you start beating on them with riot shields. Yeah, public opinion's going to sway if you do that. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. Yeah, after that, the project got cancelled because everybody worked together. They sort of abridge it a little bit, and then everything was fine, basically. And then, as she's got to go to work, he's like, okay, thanks for the meal or whatever. He calls her Mion again, and she just is like, fine, whatever. Because Keiichi is at this point where he's like, he's playing along, but he's not always playing along. He's like, yeah, okay, Mion. I'm sure you've got a twin sister that's like perfect. All right, I'll play along with you, Mion. Let's just do that. But as we found out a bit later on, no, they're two different people. Which, damn, my shot in the dark, as I said, not a great shot. Later on that very same night, I assume, Shion calls him, basically says, hey, come do some taste testing at the Angel Mort. Find it kind of weird because she had this proper evil look on her face, but then you got to the like Angel Mort in question and nothing bad really happened. Or that is to say, nothing bad happened to him. I thought maybe like the desserts would be like they're not sure if they're good or not, so they might be bad. But no, everything he ate was good, as we get to. She also says she needs him after work, which is probably the thing that actually she needed him for, and the thing that happened at work, which we'll get to, was completely unintentional. So yeah. He eats like a madman. He's got a lot of good sweets. I mean, if you had an all-you-can-eat, basically, for all them sweets, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. Don't lie to me. I don't actually like sweets that much, so I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, nah, I'll just have a chocolate bar and then I'm good. But yeah, then Shion dropped some ice cream on a man, on his junk, and he wants her to clean it. He wants her to clean his junk. And I like that the like waitress that's talking to Keiichi is like, oh, he must have tripped her up. Yeah, this happens all the time. It's like, what? And you're just okay with that? And then she's just watching as Shion's about to like clean it up. And it's like, do you not have managers to deal with this kind of thing? Don't you have something in your contract that says, no, you don't have to clean the junk? What's up with that? Like, she was like watching and like smiling. Like, that waitress is the villain. I'm telling you, she's the bad one. I'm calling it now. That's my official. It's not my official prediction, but she's up to something. Maybe she doesn't like Shion because Shion is, you know, Shion, and therefore she wanted her to get some just desserts. Just desserts. That wasn't even intentional. That's genius. I'll have to stop because I've actually got the giggles now from that. That's very funny. Keiichi stops the man stops Shion from. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. Stops Shion from cleaning the man's junk, and he's like, "Hey asshole, what are you doing?" And then Keiichi's like, "I'm gonna beat you up now, fam." And this, literally, Keiichi is just the worst, right? So Keiichi should be able to take this man. He's a large fella, we'll say, and he just knocks Keiichi flat on his ass. He knocks him clean out. Keiichi, you attempted to do good, but you just made you look a tit. What's wrong with you? Keiichi, not a good rescue there, my friend. But later on, he wakes up, I guess, in the back room, and Shion's there, and he's all like, man, I suck because I got knocked out. And she's like, no, I'm very happy that you saved me. And it's like, is anyone going to say that Shion isn't the... I know we got some Reina fans in the comments a few weeks ago. I'm a Shion man myself. You can like whoever you like. That's just how it works. Unless you like in like Satoko and Rika. Because, you know, they're children. And that's weird. Don't be weird. Where did we get to? They're going out to hang out. That's where we are. They walk around a bit and talk about... Shion talks about how Mion talked about him a lot and everything. Lots of stuff going on. And then she says... This is kind of ominous, and I don't remember this from the original. She says that there's things about Mion that she doesn't really like. She's like, she's got some aspects that I don't really like. Now, either that's her just being a bit cheeky. We'll go with cheeky because Mion is not very honest that she likes Keiichi and, you know, has to go... workarounds to do nice things. It could be that, but obviously they had the head shadow, so it makes me think it's something more ominous. Is Shion the bad one this time? No, don't do that. Don't do that again. Shion wants one of them dolls like the one he gave to Mion, and Keiichi at this point, remember, still thinks that Shion is Mion. There's only one person. So he's like, I thought you already had one of them. And then he's like, you know what, fine, I'll buy you it. And she's like, it's expensive. And he's like, I'll buy you it. It's not the price that matters. It's the thought that counts. Which basically means if I can't afford it, at least I thought about buying it, so it's good. No, he goes to buy it. He goes in the store. Who's working in the store? It's Mion. Mion is working in the store, and she's like, "What are you two doing here?" and everything. And it turns out they are two different people, and Shion's just like, "I've been telling you the whole time we were different people, Keiichi. Why are you looking so surprised?" To be fair, yeah, why are you looking so... I mean, it's obvious why, because he doesn't believe that for a second. But no, that whole scene where it looks kind of weird, but like Shion's being just a troll, basically, like that was very funny. Justice for troll Shion. She is very amusing. I think so anyway. We then go to the festival which Keiichi is helping prepare set up. He encourages Rika. He says hello to... I was going to say Shion there. It wasn't Shion. It was Mion. Shion brings him some tea after the work, but I'm just going to quick go past that. Shion brings him some tea because she's the considerate one. However, Mion then rolls up with 2 things of tea because she got one for herself and one for Keiichi. But Shion is like, oh, what were you going to give him? What is she like? No, I wasn't, Backer. I'm going to drink 2 myself, which hopefully it cooled down because she gulped down those things. Then, out of nowhere, Tomitake and Takano both show up and are like, hello. Tomitake is the photographer. Takano is the other one, the woman that he was with. And they say hello, basically. Then Oishi shows up just to say hello, basically. And then Shion tells Oishi, hey, I don't want no incidents at this festival this year. And Keiichi's like, what the hell does that mean? And the others are like, Mion, you haven't told him yet. And she's trying to drag him away, and he's like, I'm not going to do that. And then, like, when she realizes, oh, he wants to listen, she basically runs away. She's like, I'll see you later, okay, bye. And then the others tell Keiichi about Oyashiro-sama and the curse and everything, which, I kind of zoned out because it was basically the same as the original. I think it was exactly the same of the original. It might have even been the same as, did they explain it in the first arc? I can't remember. But, yeah, it was, if you've seen the original, you don't need to pay too much attention to the re-explanation. Watch it be completely different, but like, actually, there's this little bit you missed. And I'm like, drat, that'd be bad. He says, doesn't think it's a curse, and then Takano suggests that it's a person using the curse as a cover to do the bad things, basically. And he's like, well, that's not good, because the festival is tomorrow. Also, they used to do human sacrifices in this village, by the way. That's what the disappearing is. Disappearing is the human sacrifice, and the death is just death, basically, is what they were saying. All this means it has to be someone from Hinamizawa, so that narrows the suspect list down a little bit, I guess. And then tomorrow is the festival. Hopefully nothing goes bad. Imagine nothing goes bad. Imagine just everyone's fine and this arc's just happy end. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sure that's going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen, is it? It's probably not going to happen. So the gang's all at the festival. Rika's going to do her performance. Keiichi gets lost. He loses all his friends. Not good. And so he's like, I can't see the performance. Not good. Instead, he gets dragged away by Shion. Where does Shion take him? Into the bushes to do the naughty. Obviously, no, they're going to spy on Tomitake and Takano doing the naughty. I guess in a way they are doing a naughty, but maybe not the naughty. Obviously, them two bickering in the bushes alerts them to their presence. Turns out what they're doing, they're breaking into the storehouse where only the Furude family is allowed to go. I think it's just Rika as the only Furude at the moment, so yeah. They're definitely not, is the crucial point here. Shion signs the two of them up to help out and be like, can we come in too? Because we're just here now, it'll be fun. And then she basically wants Keiichi to see what's in the shed. What is in the shed, I hear you ask? Well, you'll have to wait till next week, because they didn't show it in this week's episode. Keiichi is like, if I don't like what I see, or if I'm not interested, then I'm going home, basically. And then they're going to go in and have a look, and there's just this dramatic slow walking. Like, Takano opens the door all dramatically, and then Keiichi and Shion dramatically, slowly walk towards the door, and it's just like, just walking towards a door, guys. They don't need to make it so dramatic. Unless it's imagine if it's something different in there than it is in the original. Imagine if it's just like hunky-dory, everything's great. They could do that. Rika could have cleaned up the shed to prevent. Oh man, imagine if they do that. I don't think they're gonna, but that'd be kind of cool. I do think next week it's gonna differentiate somehow. Maybe they'll get stopped going in the shed. Maybe that's why the slow walking was there. Maybe Rika will be like, "What the hell are you guys doing to my flipping shed? I'll kill you," and then she kills them, and that's the end. No, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I do think next week is where it's gonna get different. How it's gonna get different, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I suspect Shion or not, because she's acting pretty similar to the original. Slightly different maybe, but it's still mostly the same. I'm going to say, obviously, yeah, there's slight differences here and there, but I don't really know. But, oh, God, I don't know, because they threw a wrench in the first one, I'm now, like, suspecting a big old wrench in the second one. Although the doll was the big old wrench. Unless the doll's going to have not changed anything, and that's the whole thing. Like, you can't change it no matter what you do. Maybe. That could be what they're going for. Who knows? But, yeah. That was the end of the episode. Despite being basically a retread of the original. That's the weird thing, because it's not a remake, but it sort of is in a way. I still don't really know what to call it. Because it's got like a bit of different things in it. It's like a sequel, remake, reimagining, whatever. It's like 3 different things. We need a word for that, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, let's check out what my favorite part of the episode is, and then we'll wrap this up, because I've run out of things to say, quite frankly. So my favourite part of the episode is, I definitely mentioned it before, is just troll Shion. Just taunting. Taunting's a good word. She's taunting Mion. Taunting and teasing at Mion. I can't tell if Shion's actually into Keiichi though in this one, or if she's just, playing to wind up Mion. Why are their names so similar? Why couldn't one of them be called, like, Claire or something? That's easy to remember, that's different. Obviously it's because of the Japanese, but that's besides the point. You have a Japanese person called Claire. There was in that one show. What the hell was that show? It was this year, too. Brain's gone. Anyway, yeah, it's been exciting. I'm looking forward. The difference is of what's keeping me watching. If it was just a straight remake, now that I've seen the original, I don't think I'd be paying as much attention. But now because it's not, I'm paying a lot of attention, and that's a good old time for everyone. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Me on a lot. No, it's bad. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Let me know how you think it's going to be different, or if you think it's going to be basically the same in the comments. I love reading people's theories and opinions. It's always good. Tell me your best girl too. Why not? It's fun. We can do that. I'll see you next week. Take care. And bye, guys.